Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Global Trust Management, a collection agency. Are you getting a barrage of phone calls from Global Trust Management? Have you discovered a collection on your credit reports from Global Trust Management? If so, you're in the right place. Global Trust Management is a third-party debt collector. They're headquartered in Tampa, Florida, and were founded in 2011. They'll service a variety of types of consumer accounts, including credit cards, utilities, retail accounts, medical bills, telecommunications, and more. Our purpose here is to share how exactly to handle global trust management, along with your rights as a consumer, how to exercise these rights, and how best to navigate these shark-filled waters. The first item of note is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, Fdcpa. This is federal legislation passed by Congress with the intention of regulating the debt collection industry. In other words, it's the rules. It clearly states what time of day debt collectors can contact you, who they can speak with about your alleged debt, and it's supposed to require them to provide you with a modicum of respect and dignity. And yes, the FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, says much more, and it's worth your detailed review at your convenience. And much like our drug laws, the FDCPA is violated virtually daily and with seeming impunity. Now, will paying Global Trust Management help my credit? For many folks, their first concern is, does paying off collections help your credit score? You'd think so. It certainly makes sense if it did. But as of this video at the end of 2020 and moving forward, no, it won't. You see, if all you do is just pay collections and with the expectation that your creditworthiness will benefit, you'll be sorely disappointed. The only thing that happens if all you do is pay collections will be a change in the status of that collection on your credit reports. It'll go from an unpaid collection and be changed to a paid collection. This is still a negative credit report item that will damage your creditworthiness. Anthony Sprav, a spokesman for FICO, says collections on your credit reports can damage and drag your credit score down by as much as 100 points. That's huge. Listen, if your objective is to raise your credit score, we need to remove this collection from your credit reports entirely, as if the collection never happened. And this is a realistic goal because every year millions of collection marks are removed from consumers' credit reports. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now, for some folks, after first performing the necessary due diligence that we'll be covering in this video and the next one here coming up, so of course subscribe and join our congregation, they may discover the easiest and fastest path to a clean credit report is to pay off this collection debt, and doing it the right way, it can be removed from your credit report. Now let's talk about Global Trust Management and their collection methods. What can they do? In addition to that flood of phone calls, letters, and potentially even emails demanding payment, Global Trust Management is also going to report that collection on your 3 credit reports. It's also likely they'll try and inflate your total balance on your account. Legally, they can charge your account with a sky-high interest rate and, believe it or not, even collection fees. And for some individuals, these can be significant amounts of money. If they're unable to collect payment, they have 2 options. First, they can take the collection rights to your account and sell them to yet another debt collector. Now, this new debt collector will begin contacting you, along with reporting a collection on your 3 credit reports. And the second option is to file a civil lawsuit against you. In other words, sue you. Yes, some debt collectors even specialize in these hard-nosed collection tactics. Their goal is to win a judgment because then they've really got you by the short and curlies. Depending on your state of residence, a judgment can result in wage garnishment, liens placed against you and or your property, and even asset seizure. For full details, please check out your local legislation as every state has unique laws. While it doesn't appear that Global Trust Management will pursue this collection method, please don't just ignore this issue and with the false belief that it'll just disappear like a warm spot in the pool. And if you're in a tough financial position, you can send a cease and desist letter, and Global Trust Management is supposed to stop contacting you. And if you'd like to know more, we'll include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now, the very first step to dealing with Global Trust Management is to request debt validation. The big coup of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is the ability to request debt validation on an alleged collection account. This enables us to say to Global Trust Management, you first prove it. Prove this is my account. It's legit and everything's on the level. It's most effective to make your debt validation request in writing and send it using certified mail, as this will give you evidence of your communications. You see, they're required to respond by providing you with the documents, paperwork, and evidence that does, in fact, prove this is your account. If they fail to validate your account, then you're no longer legally responsible for repayment. Moreover, they're supposed to contact all 3 credit bureaus and have them remove this collection mark from your credit report. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now let's talk about the statute of limitations. If your account is validated, our next step is to review this paperwork in detail. We're looking for your last date of account activity. Contrary to popular belief, you're not legally responsible for repayment for most types of consumer debt forever. The precise amount of time you're legally responsible for repayment is dictated by the statute of limitations. This is a state law and it does vary, so please check out your local legislation for full details. Generally, this legal time window is about 7 years from your last date of account activity. Once this time window runs out and expires, then in compliance with the statute of limitations, you're no longer legally responsible for repayment. In other words, when this time window runs out, your debt is legally forgiven. This time window applies to charged-off credit cards, utilities, medical bills, retail accounts, telecommunications, and many more. One of the few exceptions is federal student loans in default. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to potentially negotiate and potentially pay Global Trust Management, and so it will help and improve your credit score. So of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a fantastic day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.